This is day 4 of our wonderful East European trip. After finishing Prague, we started going towards a place called Olomouc, that is also in Czech Republic. It was 280 kilometers from Prague and it took around 3 hours to go from there. So morning we had the breakfast in that Hotel Occidental Praha, very good breakfast, and then we started off going to the place called Olomouc. This beautiful place is located on Moravia River and this town is famous for its adorning square and fountains. This is the sixth largest city in Czech Republic and it is about 190.6 kilometers from Krakow, that is in Poland. So it is in between Poland and Prague. It is on the confluence of the Morava River and the Bystris River. Here the main square has a huge town hall and then the Holy Trinity column from the 8th century. The town hall is a former merchant's house with vaulted rooms and astronomical clock parks and all. This Olomouc is a city in the eastern province of Moravia in Czech Republic and is very famous for the fountains and then the Holy Trinity column. It is also the seat of the regional government, and the legend claims that it was founded by Julius Caesar, though he never visited the place. The Roman military camp was there and the name at that time was Julii Mons, that is a Julius Hill. That gradually got corrupted and changed to Olomouc. It was the voice of one of our fellow travelers, Krit Bisha, who is from Gujarat, and he is a very good singer and he kept entertained us whenever we travelled for a long distance, and our sincere thanks to Shah sir. Olomouc is the place with countless beautifully built buildings and it has a great culture. And there is a university called Palaki University which has got the largest student population. And it is also the seat of the Catholic Archbishop for almost 1000 years it seems. So it has most beautifully decorated churches in Central Europe, we can say. So on the way first we had our lunch at an Indian restaurant as we were hungry, and then Marina told us to go around the place just to have the feel of it, and it was such a beautiful sight. And there was a big square and the middle of it there was Holy Trinity column. It's at the heart of the historic center of the town of Olomouc in central Moravia, that is a Czech Republic, and most outstanding column of Moravian Baroque style architecture that developed in 18th century in Europe. It represents the religion as well as devotion and sense of pride of the inhabitants of the city. So the creator is Vaclav Render, and he has got such amazing creativity with the great financial support also. It is 32.2 meter high. At the base it has got 17 meter diameter, and this city is also under UNESCO World Heritage. So there were no factories etc., and everything was maintained very well. And then the city of Olomouc is the owner and the manager of this Holy Trinity column. We saw around 6 Baroque fountains surrounding the Holy Trinity column, and also this world astronomical clock was found in the town hall. We didn't go inside the town hall as it was locked, as it was lunchtime, but we heard that it was very huge and very well maintained place. So on the whole, the Olomouc was a very beautiful experience, and we just went around for an hour over there, and this is one of the fountains which I mentioned over there with Baroque style, and everything is greenish in color because of the copper oxide which has been formed by the reaction with atmosphere. There were many shops also at the side. Some of them are having nice ice creams over there and they enjoyed. The weather was also pretty good. It wasn't extremely chill, it was a moderate climate And this is another sculpture what we found there, and this is one of the other fountains which I mentioned about the Baroque style. So in the center of the place was the Trinity column, and then surrounding that were the fountains and the town hall, which was a house of the merchants at that time, we heard. So this Olomouc trip, the sightseeing was really very good, and especially after having a good lunch, we had a good walk over there and we took snaps, and then we came back to the bus so as to proceed to Krakow, which is in Poland. So now we are traveling from Czech Republic to another country. So far we have covered two countries. First we were in Germany and then we came to Czech Republic. Now Olomouc is in Czech Republic. From there we are traveling to Poland to a place called Krakow, which is also very, very important. And this was a tall tower with a clock over there, what we saw in Olomouc Square. I am sharing with you. And here also the roofs were red in color, just as we saw in the other place, Prague. So I think it is a common feature in all the Czech Republican countries to have a red roofed houses. And this was a town hall with a World Astronomical Clock which I mentioned. It has got various rooms where the merchants used to conduct their business during the medieval period. Such a beautiful sight to walk, and some people are relaxing outside because everywhere there were benches for us to sit and relax and enjoy and take photographs. So we really enjoyed the trip of Olomouc. You can see the sculptures at close quarters on the Holy Trinity column. Just see the top portion also. It was gilded and it was really a beautiful architectural piece. And the creator is one Mr. Vaclav Render, who was given a lot of money by the people to construct this, and he has done the best whatever he could do. And these were the shops what we found at the side of the square. Almost everything was closed because it was lunch time. We just did some window shopping and then we got ready to go to the other place, that is Krakow, by getting into the bus. And throughout the way it was such a beautiful green ways, wonderfully built roads, and all the cars were speeding away. As I said, there is no speed limit for the cars here in Eastern Europe. And we enjoyed the scenery. Again the yellow color fields, which I repeated again and again. It was used for making biogas production. So we were traveling towards Krakow from here, which took us another 3 hours. So we relaxed and slept for a while in the bus. And when the place came near, then our tour manager, Miss Marina, she called us, "Wakey, wakey," and we got up and then we freshened ourselves so as to get down and see another beautiful place in Poland now, that is Krakow. You also enjoy whatever we are going to say in Krakow. And Krakow is the second largest and one of the oldest cities in Poland. It is on Vistula River and it dates back to almost 7th century. It was the capital of Poland till 1596 and one of the leading centers of Polish academic, economic and cultural and artist life. In the old town we have got the Wawel Royal Castle, which is also another UNESCO World Heritage Site. And in 1978, one of the first sites that was granted this status. So that is one speciality of it. So this was one of the places which is the first site which was granted the status of UNESCO World Heritage Site. As we all have studied, the Second World War started in 1939 when Germany invaded Poland, right? So when Germany invaded Poland, this Krakow became the capital of the Germany's general administration of the German government. The Jewish population, they were forced into a walled zone known as the Krakow ghetto, from where they were all sent to the concentration camps in Auschwitz, etc. However, the city escaped the bomb. This is a kroner coin used in the Czech Republic. In Poland, the coin is different. In Poland, the currency is Polish zloty, ZLOTY. 1 Polish zloty is equivalent to 20 rupees in Indian currency. Now we reached Krakow, and this is the central square of Krakow where people are having nice, enjoying food, and then the horse ride was arranged for us. Every carriage carried 6 of us. So 3 couples in every carriage, and then the horses were very strong and very nice. So they took us the entire square and then into all the lanes and by lanes of Krakow, and we were able to see the shops at the side, and lots of souvenir shops were there. But the time was given later. Now it was for sightseeing into the town. It was really very good. We enjoyed it, and you could also hear the sound of the horses' hoofs. Hope you felt as if you are also traveling in the horse carriage, right? With the sound of the horse thumping on the floor. It was really very good. So we saw all the parks at the side. Lots of greenery and parks are maintained in the Krakow, as it's a World Heritage Site, and all high-end cars were parked at the side, and lots of shops were open on that day. But the people are less over there. But the population as compared to India is much less over there. Maybe that is one of the reasons that they are able to maintain it very clean. And this is a square, big central square of Krakow, which is very important. All the rides, they start from here and they end here only. See the size of the horses, the beauty, majestic walk of them, right? And it was the evening time, so the sun was slowly setting down, so you can see the sunlight on the buildings there. This is such a beautiful ride we had in the horse. And then we got down and then we just walked around that place, and then we had to go for our dinner before we checked into a new hotel in Krakow. Here the style of the building is Baroque style architecture. Even the cathedral and the Wawel palace, everything was, that's a royal castle, everything was built in that Baroque style. It is one of the UNESCO World Heritage City, as I already mentioned. And it also hosted the World Youth Day in July 2016, we heard. And the name derived from the krak, meaning the crow or the raven. That is a sound what they make, ka ka ka. From that it got the name Krakow. Or there is another story saying that the legendary founder of Krakow and the ruler of the tribe of the Vistulans, from his name it came. And there are many interesting stories connected to Krakow, and one was a dragon story. There was a dragon in the cave which used to eat all the virgins, especially in the city, it seems. And everybody tried to kill the dragon, but they were not able to. Then the king announced that if anybody kills the dragon, he will give his daughter in marriage to them. So one tailor, he smartly did, you know what? He filled the sheep skin with full of sulfur, then he stitched the outer skin and made it as if, and then he applied lot of ghee on top of the sheep skin, and then he kept it near the cave. The dragon came and then ate the goat, thinking it's a real goat. And then what happened was the sulfur went to the stomach, and then it started burning inside. Then the dragon went to the riverside and then it started drinking lots of water so as to put down the burning. But what happened was it drank so much water, its stomach burst and then it died, it seems. So you find a lot of dragon statues all around the town because the town is connected with the dragon. These are all legendary stories. Like that, many stories are there which I will share with you in the next upcoming videos. So this is the central square of Krakow which you are enjoying along with me. How we went round and how we enjoyed the evening on that day after travelling from Olomouc. Though we travelled almost 3 hours in the bus, the tiredness had gone once we got into the horse carriages, and we had a beautiful ride and we saw the town completely. But we had to walk for everything. From the bus we had to walk for at least 10 minutes to reach the central square. Similarly, we had to walk again from the central square to go for our dinner. All these things were part of the tour. Because here the buses are not allowed to go to the smaller lanes. They have to be parked on the main road. From there everybody had to walk if they have to go to the central square or to the restaurant or whatever it is. The cars are allowed till some distances, but big buses are not allowed. So in every country in Eastern Europe we had this. We had to walk. It was a good exercise, no doubt, but out of 38, at least 20 were above 60 and some of them above 70. Only a few were students and in the middle age. Around 10 of them, I can say, were in the middle ages, and they were able to walk, but we all felt a bit tired, but still we took it. Some of them stayed back in the buses sometimes as they were unable to walk, but it's a good experience because we had to carry our own luggage to check into a hotel and then to again take it out and put it in the bus, again to take out from the bus, everything we had to do. No porter like that as we have in India. All these were told already, but this walking was actually a little too much, but still we managed it. After coming back to India only we felt the tiredness, and then we slept for almost 2 days in the afternoon because it was too tiring. But the sight what we saw was unforgettable, and it is worth the walking what we did, because again we are not going to go back to Krakow and see all these beautiful buildings and architecture, and we are not going to sit in the house right. So I am sharing it all with you for those who cannot go there, and also again and again I am saying for me to remember even after 4-5 years, if I am alive, to see this and to remember the happy moments we spent there with all the new people whom we got to know there. And it was such a wonderful experience to travel with people from various states together in a very happy way, and everybody sharing their thoughts and even their snacks with each other, and it was a very lovely group what we had. And I hope that you enjoyed my video, and I always need your support. Kindly keep watching. And this is the Indian restaurant where we had the dinner on the day. Again they had the mehendi pictures at the side of the wall. Again the same kind of food we had, but it was a tasty Indian food, so we enjoyed it. There is nothing to complain, and we were happy and tired. Then we checked into the hotel, and see you with my next video. Have a good day. Thank you very much.